It is exactly 9 p.m. on the 4th day of the month of December 2025. Welcome to Ndizi TV News at 9 p.m. My name is Chemutai Kirui and my director tonight is Lucas Ouma. And on the updates in the highlights tonight, the Senate has adjourned until February 2026, marking the start of the festive break as political tension simmers in Nyamira County, where MCAs react to Governor Nyaribo's failed impeachment. And in Migori County, the county is renewing its commitment to disability inclusion with promises to fast-track stalled legislation, while in Kilifi, human rights advocates are urging the government to improve GBV response infrastructure. Meanwhile, drama unfolded in Makueni County after CS Alfred Mutua was heckled during a funeral. And in Machakos County, the county governor Wavinya Ndeti is calling on youth to shun political incitement and embrace peaceful civic participation. This and more in our bulletin tonight with Chemutai Kirui. Welcome. And now making highlights tonight, the Senate has officially adjourned its sitting until February 2026, marking the end of this year's legislative calendar. Lawmakers wrapped up business with a message of goodwill to Kenyans as they proceed for the festive season, even as key national debates and pending bills are expected to resume once the House convenes next year.
I want to say this on behalf of the Majority Leader, Senator Aaron Cheruiyot, that, Mr. Speaker, this has been a tremendously great session that this House has managed to do. Mr. Speaker, earlier on, specific number of bills that were moved was mentioned. The number of motions were mentioned during this session. Mr. Speaker, a number of our bills also went to mediation. A number of our bills were passed. A number of our bills were assented to by His Excellency the President. Mr. Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to really congratulate this House for the work they have put. I know we've had our own difficulties, our own challenges, especially, Mr. Speaker, when some of our bills are processed here properly and passed to the other House, and they take very long before they are put on the order paper, and sometimes, Mr. Speaker, even they are lost along the path. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the senators who have been always present during the debates in this House, senators who have worked very hard in their committees. Mr. Speaker, I really want to thank all the committee chairpersons who have been helping the senators with research, with administrative work back in the county offices and even in the Nairobi offices. Mr. Speaker, we really appreciate those members of staff who have been diligent and they have been helping us. Mr. Speaker, it is now time to break for the long holidays. And Mr. Speaker, for us, like we have said, and it was said this afternoon, it's going to be short because I am aware, Mr. Speaker, in January, many committees will go back to work, although we are supposed to actually take a break until February. But with the permission and leave of the Speaker, many of these committees will be sitting again. So I know senators will have a short break and they will come back. But I want to take this opportunity to wish them a Merry Christmas, and as we go home, a Happy New Year, and to meet with all our constituents, Mr. Speaker, those who sent us here. All of us well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Mr. Speaker, I beg to move this motion of adjournment, and I call upon the Honorable Majority Whip, the Senator for Bungoma, Senator David Wakoli, to second this motion. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika, nashukuru Mheshimiwa Mungatana na Seneta Meto ambao tuko nao hapa. Ni kushukuru Wakenya kutoka pembe mbalimbali wanapotusikiliza na kututazama. Ningependa kuambia Wakenya kwamba wao wasingekuwepo, Senate halingeshughulikia mambo yao.
And in Nyamira County, members of the County Assembly are expressing mixed reactions following the failed impeachment attempt against County Governor Amos Nyaribo. The divided opinions highlight simmering political tensions within the county, with leaders now calling for renewed focus on service delivery after what many described as a heated and highly charged process.
Troubling past, and this impeachment was purely based on politics. But there are key things that we've learned first as a party. Number one, that the Senate today overwhelmingly voted for us. The other senator who did not vote was Senator Kongo Mogeni, who comes from Nyamira, where the governor, His Excellency Amos Nyaribo, comes from, and where even Dr. Fred Matiang'i comes from. It's very wrong for us to speak about unity of Homogusi if one senator decides to vote against a governor. I'll appreciate first the kind of leadership that has been shown by the governor for Kisii who came. Number two, by the senator for Kisii, Senator Nyonga, who despite having raised substantial issues, so that's better. And I want to call this, we've spoken to the governor, Nyaribo, and we've also spoken to the other governor, that we need these people to come together. But if we are coming together, we have to look at the bigger picture on how we benefit.
I'm an elected member of the County Assembly representing the people of Bokeira Ward. Today we had a landmark win in our case at the Senate because myself, I abstained from participating in the process of impeaching the governor because personally as a legislature, I felt that we have not followed the law as it should be. There were a lot of loopholes, and I really want to advise my fellow members of the County Assembly, not even Nyamira alone, that when we do these things, because we have been elected to represent the people, we should first put the rule of law in front of everything. That we don't do shortcuts, because at the end of the day, they will backfire. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the governor of Kisii, Simba Arati, because he has shown that for us to stand as a community is something that is a blessing, not in disguise, but in the open, that we have moved together, and our sincere appreciation to him for standing with his brother in Nyamira and making this a success in his own way, even if it is advisory, whichever way, at least he has stood with us. And last week, we had another landmark win because 10 of us, including myself, MCS, had been expelled by the same county assembly that is avoiding the rule of law irregularly, but we were taken back into the assembly because it was declared that they don't have powers to declare a seat vacant. So it's really a wake-up call to the County Assembly of Nyamira and my fellow members of the County Assembly that every day we put the rule of law ahead of everything. That way we won't go wrong. Otherwise, I can support any impeachment motion if it is in line with the rule of law. But as of my party affiliation, I support UPA because my party leader is the governor of Nyamira County, Amos Nyaribo. And to date, we have become the majority after the elections that we had. So we expect that we have peace. And as the majority party, we welcome all other parties.
And now Migori County is renewing its commitment to promoting the rights and the welfare of the persons living with disabilities in the county, with government officials vowing to accelerate the long-stalled PWD bill. Speaking during the commemoration of persons living with disabilities, Gender and Inclusivity Chief Officer Professor Rose Ogwang emphasized the county's efforts to improve access to services, to boost economic empowerment, and to strengthen healthcare support, calling on all stakeholders to unite in advancing inclusion in the county.
Migori County is committed to enacting the Persons Living with Disability Bill, which has long stalled in the Migori County Assembly. Speaking during the commemoration of Persons Living with Disability Day in Migori, the Chief Officer in charge of Gender and Inclusivity, Professor Rose Ogwang, noted that the Migori County government has put in place measures to enhance the inclusion of persons living with disabilities, especially in accessing services.
We cannot achieve true development if part of our community is left behind. Persons living with disabilities are not an afterthought. in the government of His Excellency Dr. Chilo Ayako. They are actually central to our vision for a just, inclusive and prosperous Migori. We have improved accessibility in several public institutions, including health facilities, administrative offices, and learning centers that are provided by pediatric wheelchairs to the young ones. We are continuing to align the PWD bill, which will be pivot to our success, especially to persons with disabilities in the county government of Migori.
She further emphasized that the Migori County government is committed to economically empowering people living with disabilities, including offering them business opportunities such as tenders and improving healthcare and rehabilitation services for persons with disabilities.
We'll continue. We will strengthen training, especially in business support. If you remember, within the year and last year, His Excellency the Governor has given money for empowerment, economic empowerment, to specific persons with disabilities. And also in procurement opportunities, we continue to uplift persons with disabilities and their families. We continuously improve rehabilitation services, inclusive healthcare, including the SHA, and community outreach to ensure that no one is isolated or left behind.
She called on stakeholders, including leaders and residents of Migori County, to join hands with the county government in supporting the initiatives aimed at uplifting people living with disabilities.
As remember, inclusion is not just a government policy. It is a collective responsibility. So families, communities, institutions, and leaders must all play their part. So to every person living with disability in Migori County, we see you, we value you, we stand with you. Let this day ignite a strong resolve within us to build a county where opportunity is equal, structures are inclusive, and dignity is guaranteed to all.
On their part, persons with mobility disabilities called on the national government to establish a shoe factory in various counties to ease access to mobility shoes that they need and depend on.
Tuleta tu workshop tutengeneza nayo kiatu. Kama Migori County tumelose kabisa at all, hakuna workshop. Ilikuwa moja kwa Kitere lakini imeharibika. So leta tu workshop tutengeneza kiatu. Hii kiatu ndimetembelea nayo. Lakini kama bila kiatu, kama bila baskeli, siwezi hata kutembelea. Mimi kama malemavu Mary Achieng, siwezi kutembelea mpaka Nairobi. Kila saa nimeenda tu Nairobi. Lakini nimechoka na kuenda huko Nairobi.
Lennox Odede reporting for Ndizi TV Africa from Migori County.
And thank you to Ndizi TV's Lennox Odede from Migori County for preparing the report. Moving on, human rights actors are calling on the government to urgently improve infrastructure in police stations and in courts across Kilifi County as gender-based violence cases continue to rise. During the handover of equipment to the anti-JBV office at the Mtwapa police station, UN Human Rights Officer Charles Kwemoi stressed the responsibility of authorities to establish safer spaces and stronger support systems for survivors.
Mtoa habari kwetu na hatua itachukuliwa haraka iwezekanavyo, na sisi tuko hapa kudumisha amani na hatutakubali mwananchi yote ama mtoto yote wa hii nchi adhulumiwe na wakora.
Gatuzi letu tumeweza kuanza kuona visa ambazo vinaongezeka vya kulawiti watoto na pia visa vya kudhulumiwa kutumia njia ya mtandao ambazo zimeweza kuanza kuongezeka, na pia tungeweza kushukuru jamii kuwa wameanza sasa kupiga ripoti kuhusu visa za wale ambao wako na shida ya kiakili ambao wamekuwa wakidhulumiwa.
Shida ya watoto wetu ni nyinyi mnasababisha. Defilement cases, mzazi anaficha hata kuja kuripoti hiyo cases. Ni mtoto wako anaumia. Remember hiyo kitu bali itaishi kwa kichwa ya mtoto yako. hata ukimzuia asikuje kuripoti itamuaffect in future kwa akili yake.
And elsewhere, tensions run high in Makueni County today after Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Alfred Mutua was heckled during a funeral ceremony attended by Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka. The dramatic confrontation, which unfolded before the senior leaders and residents, underscores the deepening political rivalries in the region as pressure mounts ahead of the 2027 general elections race.
To the late Honorable Now's children and families, please accept my heartfelt condolences as we join you in mourning a great patron whose life and service is restoration in legendary ways. With the death of Honorable Now, Kenya has lost a selfless leader. To end this culture of violence. Siasa, wote niwaambie watu niwaambie. Unaona hawa wanapigana hapa. Wanapigana hapa kwa microphone usiku wanaongea na simu. Ninyi mnakimbana hapa, kesho yake unaona wamefanya handshake wanakula pamoja. Na ninyi mliumia hapa. Ni sawa, lakini nasema jambo la muhimu
And still in the region, Machakos County Governor Wavinya Ndeti is urging young people to reject political manipulation and violence, instead encouraging them to register as voters and to participate constructively in leadership processes across the country. Addressing youth during the Wavinya Cup tournament, the governor praised sports for nurturing talent and transforming livelihoods, noting that the county remains committed to empowering its young population.
Na kingine nataka kuambia, wakati wa siasa kuna watu wamejifunza vibaya kutumia vijana kupigana. Kutumia nini? Gunzi. Vijana wa Machakos, msikubali kutumiwa na mtu. Mimi kama mama yenu nilishawaambia mwenda mpigane mahali. Hapana. Have I ever told you to organize yourself, you become goods? Hao wanakuja ni kina nani wanawaambia ati nini? Mushikane mwanze kwenda kupigana. Na sisi tusikubali watu kutoka nje. Tusikubali kasumba ya watu kutoka wapi? Nje. Wakuje kutuletea shida. Yule anatuletea shida tunamtupa nje ya mpaka ya Machakos.
It is exactly 17 minutes into the hour, and Ndizi TV News at 9 is taking a commercial break. When we come back, we have more for you, and we shall be taking you to Homa Bay County, whereby tensions remain high in the county as youth leaders call for reconciliation following clashes linked to the Kasipul by-elections, even as women leaders report cases of intimidation. And at the same time, county hospitals across the country may soon face drug shortages, with Nyeri County Governor Mutahi Kahiga warning that nearly $500 million shillings is in unpaid SHA and NHIF debts remain unsettled. And also in national economic news, Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndindi Nyoro is opposing the planned sale of government shares in Safaricom, citing potential financial losses, while the government says it has made significant progress in integrating persons with disabilities under the new laws, despite fresh appeals from PWDs for more timely and equitable support. This and more on Ndizi TV News at 9 p.m. after the break. My name is Chemutai Kirui and my director is Lucas Oma.
This festive season, treat yourself at Canal Park Hotel, just 5 kilometers from Kisii town off Kisii Kilgoris Road. Enjoy luxury, comfort, and a 10% discount on all accommodation services. Book now and celebrate in style. Camel Park Hotel, the pride of Kisii.
Mteja mpendwa, ni wakati sasa wa kujinyakulia aina ya flash disk kuanzia 8GB, 16GB na vilevile 32GB. Vilevile earphones, wireless headsets, unajipatia wireless microphones tofauti kwa bei nafuu. Yale ambayo unafaa kuyafanya hivi sasa ni kwamba unapiga simu kupitia nambari 0739318606. Yote unayapata kwa bei nafuu popote ulipo.
Je, wajua kwamba mapishi si kazi tu ila ni sanaa? Njoo tujifunze mapishi mapya katika runinga ya Ndizi TV Africa. Hapa ndipo tunapika, tunajifunza, tunakula, tunasherehekea na kucheka kidogo. Ungana nami kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia mida ya saa 2 usiku katika kipindi chetu cha Pishi Bora. Hapa ndipo tutakuwa tunapika vyakula mbalimbali ambavyo vitakuwa vinanukia kama vile mchuzi wa nyanya, tunapika kuku kitunguu, tunapika wet fry na vyakula vingi zaidi. Njoo tujifunze pamoja na tulete ubunifu jikoni katika kipindi chetu cha Pishi Bora. Ungana nami Ronelfa katika kipindi cha Pishi Bora, tulete ubunifu jikoni.
Strive everybody longs for. Human beings will spend their time online searching remedies for conditions challenging them. Some will go to medical facilities seeking medical help, while others will use herbal means to keep their health hazards. I am Chemutai Kirui, and every week on Afya Yetu, we open the doors for life-changing conversations from wellness and nutrition, preventing diseases, managing chronic illnesses, and even mental health. We bring expert advice, real-life stories, and practical solutions that touch every part of your life. Join me, Chemutai Kirui, on Ndizi TV Africa Afya Yetu Health Show every Friday from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. and be part of the change.
Je, wewe ni mmiliki wa aina ya gari aina ya Alto, Probox, Harrier, V8 na Lexus? Jipatie brake pads kwa bei nafuu hivi sasa. Vilevile oil filters kwa gari aina ya Toyota na vilevile Subaru. Ili upokee popote ulipo, piga simu kupitia nambari 0739318606.
Katika maisha ya kila siku, changamoto za kisheria sikosekani. Iwe ni haki zako kazini, masuala ya ndoa, mikataba mbalimbali, hata kwenye ardhi. Karibu kwenye Sheria na Jamii, kipindi kinachochambua masuala ya kisheria kwa undani zaidi. Hapa tutakuwa na wachambuzi wa sheria wa kusaidia wewe mpenzi mtazamaji kuelewa ni kipi kile sheria ya Kenya inasema.
Ni vizuri utumie sheria ambazo zimewekwa, the laws that are in place to help you control the properties even when you are dead.
Kwa mob justice, wale ambao wanahusika katika mob justice wanaweza kuletwa mbele ya mahakama na wakafunguliwa mashtaka. Either iwe ni a murder charge or a manslaughter charge.
Kila siku ya Jumapili kuanzia saa 2 hadi saa 3 usiku hapa ndani ya Ndizi TV Africa, nami Jeff Nyakundi. Sheria na Jamii, tukielewa sheria tunajenga jamii yenye haki.
Thank you for staying with Ndizi TV Africa and welcome back to Ndizi TV News at 9 p.m. Now moving on, in Homa Bay County, youth leaders are calling for reconciliation following heightened tensions triggered by the Kasipul by-elections. The appeals come amid growing political friction between ODM and UDA supporters, alongside protests from women leaders who claim that they have faced harassment from local officials, raising fresh concerns over safety and political tolerance in the region.
Tunaona wanapenda vita za social media na vitu ndogo ndogo, na hiyo haitakuwa inatufaidisha kama wananchi. Tunaomba hawa viongozi wetu waketi chini, waheshimiane, na sisi kama wafuasi wao tukue na amani. Tutaki kuona viongozi wetu wanapigana juu ya vitu ndogo ndogo.
I'm here to talk to my fellow leaders, our leaders, to kindly consider bringing peace and unity to Homa Bay. Let us work and unite our constituents rather than bringing war or disagreements.
Hatutayasikiliza, hatutayakalia, hatutayameza. Tuko na machungu kama watu wa Homa Bay. Hatuwezi sikiliza haya yote ambayo yanaendelea. Hatuna furaha hata kidogo. Kwa sababu wakati mmepagawa na wivu, na fitina, na dhuluma.
We are ready to work with you. We are ready to be in government and back you. We are still following the spirit of our able Raila Amolo Odinga. Whenever he's dead or not. We are still following his spirit. We are here to stay. If you think we will quit out of this broad base, forget about it.
And now a health crisis may be looming in several county-run hospitals if the Social Health Authority fails to clear outstanding debts owed to the facilities. Nyeri County Governor Mutahi Kahiga has sounded the alarm, revealing that county hospitals nationwide are owed nearly $500 million Kenya shillings, an amount that combines both current SHA arrears and pending NHIF balances. He warned that without urgent intervention, essential medication supplies could soon run out in the facilities.
SHA ni mpango mzuri, lakini kuna upungufu wa fedha, ndipo tunapata kwamba counties zinashindwa kutekeleza wajibu wao kwa kununua madawa na vifaa vingine, kwa sababu kwa mfano niseme tu county kama ya Nyeri tayari tunadai SHA zaidi ya milioni 280. Ukiangalia bado kuna pesa ambazo zilikuwa za NHIF milioni 242. Hizo fedha zote ambazo tumezitaja kama zingekuwa zimelipwa, basi tungekuwa tayari tumeshanunua madawa, tushafanya mambo mengi, lakini kwa sasa kuna shida. Wagonjwa wanafika katika hospitali, wengine wanapata kwamba faida wanaoipata kwa SHA imepungua kidogo kuliko ile ambao walikuwa wanapata katika NHIF. Hasa wagonjwa wa saratani inawaumiza sana, kwa sababu inabidi warejelee mifuko yao kutafuta pesa zaidi ndipo waweze kukamilisha matibabu.
And now on matters economic administration, Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndizi Nyoro is raising concerns over the national government's plan to sell part of its shares in Safaricom, terming the move financially unsound. According to the legislator, the proposed selling price of 35 shillings per share falls significantly below the current market valuation, potentially exposing the country to massive losses and undermining investor confidence.
Dividends for the next 5 years. So, in the mind of government, there will be no Kenya in the next 5 years or what? When you take fuel levy to be collected in Kenya for the next 7 years to build roads, are you telling us there will be no roads in Kenya to be built? As I come to the conclusion, I have indicated that Kenya is borrowing 1.25 trillion shillings every year. But even the developments that we are seeing, including the expansion of Nairobi-Nakuru Highway, we now have had to force NSSF to invest workers' resources in that road, while the government knows for sure it will never break even. Now that we are selling a stake in Safaricom, why can't the government provide that road for free to all the people in the western side of this country? Must we package it as a commercial project? Now that we have another source of the sale of Safaricom stake, why can't the government invest some of this money into a road, and especially Nairobi Mau Summit Road? Why? That a Kenyan in the western part of this country, from Nakuru all the way, who pays pay, who pays VAT, who pays fuel levy, again is made by government to build their own road. Because paying toll is basically government abdicating its job to provide public goods and telling Kenyans, tumewaletea hawa watu mujisoti mujenge nao barabara. That's basically what the government has done in that road. And we are going to keep on talking about this issue, that the people from Nakuru all the way deserve, like any other Kenyan, to use that road for free without tolling. Because we are borrowing every day, we are borrowing both in the book and off the book, we are now selling government stakes, then why again make Kenyans to pay for the road?
And wrapping up, the government is highlighting key strides in integrating persons with disabilities under the new legal framework implemented over the past 3 years. Government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura says that enhanced national policies have strengthened social protection, expanded economic opportunities, and improved access to healthcare and education. However, some persons with disabilities are urging the state not to overlook their needs, calling for timely and equitable implementation of these policies.
Kenya's commitment to disability inclusion, the government continues to prioritize disability inclusion as a cross-cutting national agenda grounded in the Constitution. The Persons with Disabilities Act 2025 obligates Kenya's domestication of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability. Additionally, our development model, the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, also strengthens this commitment by ensuring that persons with disabilities are not left behind in accessing resources, opportunities, and social protection.
And that brings us to the end of our bulletin. Ndizi TV News at 9 p.m. tonight. My name is Chemutai Kirui and my director has been Lucas Oma. Until next time, I wish you a good night and a happy festive season. And continue watching Ndizi TV Africa for more updates and entertainment programs. Have a good night.
Thank you.